You said memorably at Wembley, football isn't coming home anytime soon with this team. Do they need to move the ball? Well, they need to move the ball up the pitch quicker, don't they? Statistically, they were the slowest team at advancing the ball in the group stages. How much quicker, how much more, with more panache do they need to play? I
said that because I didn't think they were very good against Scotland. I stand by that. They have to improve in the way they've played. They have to improve a lot, in my opinion. This is a real test for them tonight. They wouldn't be the first team that started slow in a competition and grew into it. But right now, for me, England have been average. They've got by. And I'm expecting better things from them. I think when you look at the group of players, I think to a man, every England supporter would think they should be playing better football, more attractive football, dominating the ball more, creating more chances, and be on the front foot more. And they're at home playing games. I mean, how good does it get for you? This should be better than what they're showing. And you can dress it up. And I'm not here to be overcritical to the English football team. I'm here as a football person, not as a Scotsman, as a football person, and saying, for me, the England team I'm seeing hasn't really started yet. When you go through their players one by one, they have got some fabulous players. They've got very good players. And they've got a special player in Harry Kane. But Harry Kane has not started yet. For them to do well in this competition, Harry has to get started scoring goals and he being the difference in games. Right now, that's not happening. But he's not alone. For me, they have to improve a lot.
For me, I'd stay with the 4. I'd go with a 4-3-3, and try and force ourselves on Germany because...
Sorry, would you bring Mount in for Grealish?
I'd bring Mount in for Grealish. I'll bring Mount in for Grealish. I'll play Foden. I'll play Foden, Kane and Sterling up front. I'd play Rice, Phillips and Mount, and then the back 4, Shaw, Maguire, Stones and Walker. I hear what Ashley's saying in respect of playing with no fear, but you couldn't say that against Scotland for some reason. I don't know what happened with that performance, but we can't afford to do that against Germany, especially with Kimmich, Goossens, with what they want to do with the wing-backs. I would like us to play with those wingers, what keep them pinned back, because that's going to take a lot from Germany if we can keep them, Kimmich and Goossens out of it, because they haven't got that natural centre forward. So if we could keep them back and enforce our game on them, we've got a better chance of beating them rather than just going in and trying to nullify Germany.
There's no new way of playing football. You know, when I was a player in England at Liverpool, we were a 4-4-2 team, but we weren't really. And then I went to Italy and it was all about, 3 at the back, 5 at the back.
Did you change for other teams, 4-4-2? You didn't.
We never changed once. We did something once in a semi-final European Cup against Bayern Munich in Munich. Sammy Lee went man for man on Paul Breitner, who was just a fabulous player. But what I was going to say was the way we played at Liverpool, our 2 fullbacks would push right on, and me as a centre midfield player, they play further forward than me. So they were really midfield players. You go with a 5 at the back. Then I went to Italy and we played in the 5. And the whole idea of going 5 at the back or 3 at the back is to get an extra man into midfield. So however way you dress up, if you've got a 4, if he's going to push the fullbacks on today, you have to have a sitting midfield player aware of the danger. Just go either side, whatever side the ball's on, putting fires out. Trust me, there is no new way of playing football. It's all been done before, and it's about the players on the day who turn up and perform. And England have to do that, because Germany will turn up.
Well, that's
Germany
my point,
have a history of turning up when they go to Wembley.
We've said it before, if you think Germany aren't very good, you haven't been paying attention the last 50 years, because this is tournament football now, and it matters.
It is. This is when I think, Germany really get into gear. But, as Graeme and Wright mentioned, you look at the quality of English players, but they've got to be braver. So, yes, Phil Foden saying, this group is fearless, but they have to play forward quicker. They have to, really seize this moment and opportunity to take it to the Germans. So whether you play the Saka, the Grealish, whoever you want, and you want to go a little bit more attacking, but ultimately you have to be braver. You have to look to play forward quicker.
Can I ask, you're 2 English ex-internationals. Are you happy with your team's performances?
Well, up to this point. Still a bit nervous because I don't think that we've pulled up any trees.
You're happy with the football they've played?
No, I wouldn't say I'm happy with the football we played. I think that Croatia was something I thought we could have built on because we kind of managed that game and finished it out okay. Disappointed with Scotland. Obviously, it was a poor performance, so I wanted us to go again. And then in the last game, it didn't really happen. But this game, hopefully, will trigger people because we've got the players. Listen, our players are good enough. Our forwards are better than their defence.
If we could get it against Scotland. If they're not triggered against Scotland, I mean, what's your take on them so far?
Yeah, my point whole through this Euros has been, it's all good playing well in the Premiership, and that's what I feel. brilliant. Players are having a good season in the Premiership. When you go into international football, it's different. You will play against better teams. You'll have less possession. You'll have to try break down teams that just sit in and defend. You have to come up with answers. So certain players, you mentioned Grealish having a great season for Aston Villa. Everyone's talking, you know, he's the answer. It's difficult to break teams down. You know, Foden had a very good season.
But you're saying it's another level again.
Of course it is. Of course it is. Kane on fire, you know, dropping in the hole, playing for Tottenham very well, you know, connecting the game. It's different now because he can't get in between players. So international football, as you know, is different. So as a fan, I would say, yes, I'm disappointed in the way England have played because of the quality of players we have. But ultimately, hopefully, we start now, you know, we progress, we play against a very good team, Germany, and now can we see them, you know, come alive.
You summed it up, actually. Seize the day.